everybody. Welcome to Sonny's Outdoor Adventures. I'm Sonny. Today we're going to take a trip into Salado. It's a little village here in Texas. It's got a lot of history to it. I'll show you some of the historic homes downtown. What there is of downtown. It's become a little touristy. That's why I don't go down here very often. But there is a lot of history. It's connected to Lyndon Baines Johnson, one of our presidents. I believe it was his grandparents on the Baines side lived down here, and their house has actually been turned into a bed and breakfast. And if I can remember where that's at, I will show you the house. So just enjoy the ride. Okay, so this is a little shopping center in Salado. Some neat little shops in here. It's called the Stage Stop Center. At least they made it look old anyway, but these are all relatively new things. Historic site number 34 right there. The old Haley house. This is the Rose Mansion. See if I can pull over here and we can read what it says. And you can see some of the older stuff back there. But this is the Major Archibald Johnson Rose house, and that would be it right there. So here, before migrating to Texas, A.J. Rose made a fortune in the 1849 California Gold Rush. In 1857, he and his wife Sally Austin brought their family from Missouri to Travis County, Texas. Later they settled in San Saba County, where Rose ran a mill and started a school. He served in the local militia, took part in frontier Indian battles, and was a Confederate Army major. In 1870, Rose moved to Salado. At this site, he built a two-story home where his 11 children grew up. A successful and progressive farmer, Rose sought ways to improve farming methods. When the first local grains in Texas began in Salado in 1873, he joined the farmers group. Later that year, he helped organize the statewide grains, which became a strong legislative lobby for land and tax laws, protecting farmers and for improved schools. And it is now, Bed and Breakfast Inn has been featured in the June 1996 and February 1999 issues of Southern Living magazine. So, and that tells you a little more about the house right there. Built in 1870, 1872, this structure typifies the Greek Revival style with its symmetrical facade. The residence was constructed for former Confederate officer Archibald Johnson Rose. So, there you have it. And you see a bunch of little cabins and stuff back there. Like I said, this is now a B&B. So if you want to stay here, look them up. Guests of the inn, please go to the rear. Only servants get to go into the front. Here you have the log cabin entrance here. There's a sign, the Garrison Log Cabin, George's Log Cabin, and the Austin Cottage, right back through there. That's the Cardinal Hill right there. It's a nice one right there. Nice little cottage. Here you can see some more of the cottages for the Rose here. And this is the back side here. There's the side of the Rose there. My guess is that large white piece there at the end was added on. But the original structure still there. It's a really nice house. This place is hopping in the evening times and on the weekends. That's why I chose to come down here during the week. to avoid the crowd. Little old cottage there. This is now a microbrewery right here. Used to be, I believe, a feed store. Not sure. But we'll find a place to park right here and do some walking. Don't want to go through the fence, so we'll stop right here. Okay, so over here you have the Salado Tx. That's just a Salado Brewing Company here. And this place is pretty well packed at nighttime. And this is historic Salado site number 7. If you want to know more about it, you can go for more information on this site. Go to SaladoHistoricalSociety.com. Historic site number 7. Okay. Rio Salado. Nice little empty building there. Make somebody turn it into a restaurant or cafe. Be pretty nice right there. Don't know what the inside looks like. So somebody had to bust a window. Posted, no trespassing, keep out. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping out. Toys, tools, antiques, and furniture. Trying to walk back up here to this historic site up here. This is going to be more of a junk shop, or antique shop as some people call them. They sell stuff that some people didn't want. The venue, event center, lodging, and tavern, right here. And it goes all the way up. You can tell the buildings are all painted the same color, same fences. So bunch of bamboo back there. In overnight guest parking only. A lot of little inns and B&Bs out here in Salado. Like I said, it's a popular little town. You can go all the way back through there. Shed parking only. And the shed, a unique tavern experience. I'm just going to try that out one night. Puppy dogs on the roof. Baines House, B&B Inn. Okay, well, it says the Baines House is up here. I'll go find it. Maybe Crocs ain't the right type of shoes for this. There we go. George Washington Baines House. Built in the 1860s, this house was a residence of the Reverend George Washington Baines. From 1870 to 1883, a pioneer Baptist preacher, missionary, editor, and educator. The Reverend Baines was a great-grandfather of United States President Lyndon Baines Johnson. The 1.5 story frame house features characteristics of the Greek Revival style, including the distinctive front porch with square columns, transoms, and delicate ornaments. And that be the Baines House right there. And this is historic Salado site number 8. And again, if you want more history about it, you can go to SaladoHistoricalSociety.com. That's part of the wagon that the preacher went to church in every Sunday. Right there. Maybe, I don't know. Carriage house, probably turned into rooms. Okay. And I think that's about as far as we're walking this way. And this is about the Barton house, which is that house right there. And well-born Barton, 1821, 1880, pioneer physician of the region for many years, a trustee of Salado College, built 1866. John Hendrickson contractor. Old Military Road and Chisholm Cattle Trail passed here. Okay. Let's see what this one says. Thomas Arnold High School. Site of. So, Dr. Samuel Jones, I'll let y'all read that. Just pause it if you want to read it. This is where the Salado College was. Judge Payne L. Bush, Salado son, March 3rd, 1890, June 29th, 1980. Lived to be 90. Take a walk up and we'll look at the park. And I parked right over there. So let's see here. Site of Salado College, founded 1856 with a gift by Colonel E.S.C. Robertson of 100 acres of land. The Athens of the Texas from 1858 to 1884. This marker rests on ground where the college building stood. So Salado College, 1859. These gates were donated by Mary Thomas Marshall, educator, native Texan, faithful friend, and benefactor of the Central Texas Area Museum. And if y'all want to read it, you can pause it. So, this would be Colonel Robertson, I'm sure. Right there. Elijah Sterling Clack Robertson, Colonel, Army of the Republic of Texas. Postmaster General, Republic of Texas. Brigadier General, Republic of Texas. Militia, Captain, Confederate States of America. Texas Ranger. Chief Justice, Bell County Court. Founder of Salado and Salado College. Royal Ark Mason, Knight Templar. There you go. And this is about Elijah Sterling Clack Robertson. And I will hold this here. If y'all want to read it, just pause it, okay? And see what this one says. Empresario Sterling C. Robertson brings settlers to Texas. Okay. That also about Robertson and how Bell County got started. And this here is actually a map of Robertson Colony. You can see how big it was, because all of these are counties now. Everything in here, Bell County is right here, and that be Salado. So you can see how many places it took in. Took in Fort Parker, Fort Wheelock, Dunn's Fort, Tenochtitlan, Nashville, Saraville, Davisca, and Waco Village, which is now Waco. So, took in some land. And this is about the Robertson and Sutherland family. So, y'all can pause it and read it. Nice little bench. Okay. You got a sign, notice right there, please do not climb on the ruins of Salado College. We are trying to preserve it. Violators will be prosecuted. Alcohol is forbidden. So, there you have about the college. This was actually the college. Looks like one building. Of course, there wasn't that many people around here back then. Maybe that's what's wrong with our nation now. Our colleges have gotten too big. And here's the rules for Salado College. Punctual attendance at the opening of school. No whispering, talking, changing of seats, or idleness in school. Perfect lessons. No visiting except by permission. General obedience and observance of what is right in all cases. No bathing in the Salado Creek on school days without special leave. Nothing to be said or done calculated to hinder progress, wound feelings, or in any way interrupt the prosperity of the school. No language of an indecent or immoral character while in school. Neatness in person and attire at all times, and true courtesy in manners and general deportment as becomes those who would be ladies and gentlemen. Students from a distance to be under the parental care of the trustees and teachers. This applies to their morals, their health, their expending money, etc., as well as to the general course of study. Note, this rule was for students from other communities who boarded locally and could not, without permission, have a visitor. This applied particularly to girls. Correspondence between boys and girls was a rules violation, punishment by suspension. And we don't go by those rules in school anymore, do we? Maybe we should. Typical first courses of instruction and their tuition at Salado College were orthography, spelling and penmanship, arithmetic, geography for $2 a month. Advanced arithmetic, geography, and English grammar for $3 a month. And elocution, philosophy, chemistry, political economy, algebra, geometry, surveying for $4 a month. And languages for $5 a month. Boy, costs have gone up since then, haven't they? Some of the college grounds out here that have not been maintained. So, there's the foundation of the building and some of the walls that are left. So, and for more about the college, there it is there. So, if you want to read it, just pause it. And here, even got cactuses growing in it, or yuccas growing in it. Not sure what that would have been. Probably the stairs going up to the second floor, maybe. Outhouse. From Salado College to Thomas Arnold High School. Some good sized windows. The gardens at College Park. Okay. Before, after, first Monday gardeners. Okay, and there's the old water pump right there. Liz Carpenter. Okay. This is about Liz Carpenter. And if you want to read it, just pause it. Okay.